So I was watching Supernatural, or rewatching it. It's a terrible American show, you know, like a pizza, thin base, lots of cheese, and we treat it to a lot of like classic American rock. And suddenly in season 14 they dropped this banger, this Mötorhead song, like God Was Never on Your Side, and I thought, oh, I love this song and I have to play it. So here's where we're at. Just before we get started, honestly, I've had some really great comments, and I can see like people are watching it. And again, I'm just doing this for the fun. It's just my thing. But if you drop a subscribe or a like and a share, like it helps other people like find it and enjoy the fun. But let's get into this. You can play it on a regular acoustic. You can add in some electric guitar if you want to. I like playing on 12 string because it's just all open strings and it's really easy. It's a really, really simple song to play. And basically it just comes as a verse, pre-chorus and a chorus, where the pre-chorus and chorus are exactly the same chords. So let's get into the basics, and we'll start with the verse. The verse is really simple. It's based around 4 chords, which is E minor, D, A minor, and E minor. Okay, and then it goes back again. Let's try and get this rhythm in. It's really hard for me to like think about it, but you know, I'll try and play it like as slowly as I can. Okay, the only change we have to that is right in the last time round, instead of going back to the E minor just before the pre-chorus, he actually hangs on the A minor, so it's... A minor, A minor, got it? Really simple. Also, like you know, in the main record, I'm not sure whether this is done like on a bass guitar adding in, but you definitely hear like each time he goes into the 4 chords, it kicks off with on the 6th string, on the 3rd fret to 2nd fret. So what you've probably noticed is that I actually never come out of this E minor shape. So I'm playing the E minor with my middle fingers, and what I do is to get this this back, I use my pinky to hit the 6th string on the 3rd fret, and my thumb hooks over, like Hendrix used to do, onto that 2nd fret. So that way I never actually have to come out of this E minor shape, which is quite comfortable. And it's really simple once you get used to doing it. So it's... And as this is my interpretation, and someone really commented before and said like, listen, you know, it's not the way it was really done. And I really appreciate it. That these are my interpretations to make life simple, and I want to fill it out a little bit. So I had a few other things in on the go, so I'll just show you those quickly. So you know, obviously we've got the bass line, which is the... I'm just adding my pinky in on that 3rd fret on the 1st string. And on the A minor, I'm taking this 1st finger off every so often. in the chorus I keep the E minor because I need to get back into this. In the verse. I just keep the E minor like I just play it regularly. Alright, so let's get into that pre-chorus and chorus, which are exactly the same chords, and they're based around also 4 chords, which is a C, G. You notice I play my G's this way. A lot of people play it this way, which is fine, or without this. I just always found it comfortable to play a G like here because I'm in the C, and I just drop my 2 fingers up and hit the pinky. A minor, E minor, C, G, A minor, E minor. So basically what we're doing here is we've just added in like a little bit of electric, to make it like heavy. I'm actually using a setup which is a guitar and a big Marshall amp. Figured like Mötorhead, like why not? And basically it really comes in heavy like when we start with the chorus, up until then it's just acoustic. And basically all we need to do is we just need to copy the chords but as power chords. So it's C, G, do an A minor and an E, so we have a choice here. I mean, I play it 2 different. We have a choice here, like on the A minor and the E minor. The one way is to go up the neck, A minor, and then E. The second way is to go onto the open chord, so it would be. Your preference, whichever way you feel like is right, and that's basically it. The basic chords are like the basic rhythm, or the basic, I should say, key. Is we're talking about E. So like when we're talking about like like how the tune goes, it's for the verse it's E, D, A, E. And that's about it. I mean, just have fun with the whole song. Let's go back to the acoustic. Alright, so even here, like I add in like a few little embellishments. If you want to know what I'm doing, it's basically on the C, I'm using this middle finger to come on and off. And on the G, I'm using old Simon and Garfunkel trick, which is where they sometimes drop down to this C to G again. Pinky finger stays. Pinky finger stays. And basically these 2 fingers, they drop down and back up again. Sounds nice, right? And then the A minor, I'm using the same trick, just taking off this first finger. And then for the E minor, I stole something from Breathe by Pink Floyd, which is basically adding my pinky right here. I'm just going to try and show you that, like on that 2nd fret on that. This is a really lovely lacquer. Isn't that nice? And yeah, and with that, that's basically the whole song. It's like I love playing this song. It's like really easy to play. You can add like a whole bunch of other stuff in it, and have a lot of fun. And as I said before, I'm doing this for fun. The likes, the shares, the comments, they're all like really like appreciated. Any kind of like request, because like I'm always thinking about like what I'm going to do, would be greatly appreciated. And catch you next time. Thanks a lot.